Born to ride Donald Trump. Awesome.
So what is that?
That's best president of the United States.
All right, that's Donald Trump with his mugshot, right? It says never surrender.
Never surrender.
Okay, that is a picture of him surrendering to Georgia authorities, though, right?
Fair. He's the best president of America.
Okay, but that literally is a picture of him surrendering, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
The shirt says never surrender?
That's right.
And that's from when he surrendered and got his mugshot taken?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thanks for letting me know.
Ultra extreme MAGA.
What is ultra extreme MAGA?
It means never leaving the house without a red MAGA hat. 8 years going. I change the hat every 2 months. I never leave the house without a MAGA hat.
Why?
Because he's an American hero and he's perfectly innocent. Guy's done nothing wrong.
What does ultra extreme MAGA mean?
MAGA 24/7. We're not GOP. We're not Republicans. We're definitely not Democrats. Nowadays, you're either an American or a Democrat, but there's no way to be both.
So, is that an important part of your identity?
This is America's identity. This is America's new identity, Ultra MAGA.
So tell me about the shirt here.
So this says Colt 45 with a C, as
The
in the
other one.
Colt.
Yeah.
You know, so and 45 is his number, obviously.
Right. So it's a cult, like you're a member of a cult?
Exactly. In a way, yeah. Like
Theoretically, Trump he's where it's at.
If you could pick a cult leader, it would be Donald Trump?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes.
Someone who knows a thing or two about the Trump cult is veteran sportscaster Bob Costas, who, despite the criticisms we have of him, has been a consistent voice raising the alarm on legacy media outlets about the real danger Trump and his base pose to the rest of us.
You come at this from a position of not wanting to see Trump get elected. You should state that at the outset. True?
Yes, absolutely.
For context, the framing of this interview was in response to comments Costas made on Real Time with Bill Maher when he said, quote, "If Biden's hubris is such that he doesn't understand the best interests of his party and, more important, his country, then he has to be shown the door, period." And to his credit, that is not a bad piece of analysis from Costas at all. Despite all that the Biden administration has accomplished, the optics of Biden's age have far suppressed any of the goodwill he had with moderates like Costas, in addition to many more failures he's had. But when you're on CNN, any and all criticism of Biden is perceived as support of Trump. And if the DNC learned anything since 2016, they should know that this is the mentality that contributed to where our country is now.
He is by far the most disgraceful figure in modern presidential history. He's only become more disgraceful since 2016 and since 2020. He is a bubbling cauldron of loathsome traits, and it's only those who are actually suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, which is the way they and Fox News and all the rest of MAGA media try to brush aside all the legitimate criticisms of Trump. You have to be in the throes of some sort of toxic delusion, in a toxic cult, to believe that Donald Trump has ever been, in any sense, emotionally, psychologically, intellectually, or ethically fit to be president of the United States. But his supporters are locked in on that.
This came from the guy Smirkonish, slyly accused of taking support away from Biden by criticizing him and saying, well, we can all see. But this is exactly what we should expect from our legacy news media. Speaking of,
I know Bob Costas. I know how bright he is. Best sport. When by the time he was 34, he was the best sportscaster in the country, doing all the biggest events ever. I know that's exactly how he feels. But I think it's so shallow of him to think that you could have your feelings and put down 74 million people along the way.
Fox News' Brian Kilmeade decided to whine about Costas hurting his and Trump supporters' feelings, conveniently forgetting the decades of heinous statements made about anyone who isn't a conservative and the real-world harm done by Fox News' rhetoric over the years.
If people who are supported, especially him coming from a place where people support their teams and their players and their boxers and their athletes, and people are loyal. There are people loyal to him for reasons they should be respected for and analyzed. Because
but
once
everybody
again,
should
that's
be
the Hillary,
respected.
Right.
Like, I
and
mean,
that's the Hillary
Democrats
Clinton
want
playbook.
their voters to be respected. Can you imagine if a Republican candidate called them all deplorable?
Well, Harris, we don't have to imagine that because the biggest platform for the Republican Party is being as big of a blank as possible to anyone on the other side of the aisle, something Costas discussed just last year.
This is not a question of being conservative or being Republican. This is lunacy. They've descended into madness. where people whose only objective is their next appearance on Fox News hold congressional seats and have sway within the party. And they all live in fear of Trump. It's a cult. It's not a principle. It's not a philosophy. It's no longer a party so much as it is a cult. Some of them are just bat bleep crazy, you know, the Marjorie Taylor Greens of the world, but others are just so spineless and cowardly and so in fear of what turning on Trump and even acknowledging this madness would cause, that they bite their tongues or they say things that they should know better. They don't really believe it.
If there are any stories we missed, if there are any that you would like to submit, get at me and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. DMs are open for your story submissions. And also, if you can, please do support the network. Go to tyt.com/join. Thank you so much. Have a great day.